That's different. Hello, hello, this is JT. I'm going to share a testimony that was shared by a famous pastor. I'm not going to name him. And also going to share my testimony that I had that was very, very similar to the one he had. So I know the truth in it and of it. Okay, so I remember like this pastor was on a radio station. Like he had radio time allotted for him to do his pastoral announcement. So he shared this testimony. He said that him and a bunch of clergy people, they got together and they rented out a stadium. And I guess they were preparing to do some type of event. So at a particular time in the stadium, the rain starts to come down. So now they're like, oh man, we wasn't expecting the rain to come down. Like, didn't know that it was going to rain. So they know that God is in control of the weather. So each of them began praying to God, to make the rain go away. Oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, please, please, can you make this rain go away and let's move on, let us get this thing done, Lord, could you please do this? That's how most of them were praying, but it was only one of them that was among them. And the way this particular woman prayed, it scared the heck out of them. Like they were expecting lightning to come out of the sky and strike her down. Because I can't remember exactly what she said, or how, but she did say something like this way. Lord, we out here doing this for you. This is all your glory, for your glory, your honor. So would you make this rain get away so we can move on with this thing? And they looked at her with this kind of look and backed away from it. But the strangest thing happened. The rain suddenly began to veer off to the sides of the stadium. It was like an invisible dome appeared over the stadium. And it began to veer the rain off to the sides until there was no rain coming down inside the stadium. It was like it was an invisible dome blocking the rain from coming down. And they went on with they practice of the event. So we're saying, like, the moral to that story is that even though it's raining all around you, when you're under God's umbrella, it's not raining on you. And like he gave this testimony, it wasn't like I didn't believe it. I believed it because I knew this was a well-known pastor with a good reputation, good character, and he wasn't gonna lie. Now I'm going to tell you the same experience that I had that was very similar. The Lord had me on the street preaching one time downtown in my city. And then a big monsoon rain started to come just like that. And where I lived was at downtown. There's a casino. And the casino at this time had like an awning that stretched out about 15 to 16 feet. 15 to 16 feet from the wall to almost to reach the street. And maybe about 40 feet long. And I'm somewhere in the middle of it. And that rain came down so hard that I could literally feel the water on my face. And it rained hard for about a good 11 minutes straight. And then it stopped. And it was nice and wet outside. And I walked up the street and I saw this young guy. He was stretched out on the street, asleep, against the wall. The awning protecting him couldn't have been more than 2 feet from the wall. Now remember, I was just under a 15 foot by 40 foot dead center, and I still felt the water hit me. He was under only 2 feet by maybe 6 feet of awning. And it was not a drop of water on me, not one drop. The whole area around him was dry. Everything. Even his shoes, he had his shoes off, and they were to the side. And all that whole area where he was, it was all dry, not a drop of water. And I remember them because, I remember when I was walking and preaching, I seen him one time and I was trying to evangelize him. And, it was like I got this response from him where he was just like rolling his eyes, like he hear this all the time. And he was just like, okay, let's get this over with. When you done, you got $1. Can I get $2? And he asking me questions like that. Asking me questions like, what's the PIN number to your bank card? And I'm ignoring him, and I'm thinking, okay, he won't help. There's nothing I can do because it's a free will thing. I don't force him. But when I saw that same young man, and I saw how he was asleep, and he didn't know that he had a dome of protection over him, I knew instantly somebody was praying for him. So the next time I saw him, I just came out and asked him, what are you doing out here? I don't think I ever told him how I knew. I said, what are you doing out here? I was like, somebody's praying for you. And I was like, somebody in your family is in the church? And he let me know, yes, he had a relative and they had a high up position in the church. I was like, well, that person is praying for you. You need to go home. So I know how real this stuff is. I've seen it with my own eyes. That's a personal testimony. And it matched the pastor's testimony. Very similar. That something like that happened. Now these things weren't just random. So I give this testimony to let people know that this is real stuff. JT.